You are now listening to the Non-Millennial Millennials podcast, brought to you by House of Spades Media Group. Enjoy.
Ew.
It's another week in the bitch. Another week in the bitch.
Once
Another
again,
week in this bitch.
let me
It's
be
juicy.
professional.
Yeah,
Turn my
juicy
TV
ass
off.
bitch.
Or
Yeah, be responsible.
trying to be. Damn remote don't want to be. You know what? We just gonna pull one of them in. Wow, turn the whole hole off. Nah. What? What's
You
up?
was an old not changing your batteries inside of your motherfucking remote ass nigga.
No, I'm the type of nigga that keep the batteries in there till they absolutely don't work no more, so I ain't gotta throw them in the freezer afterwards.
Hi, you that nigga that be hitting the shit on the side of the bed and on your hand and shit, be trying to get the last little bit of juice out.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? Y'all niggas is irresponsible. There's something wrong with you.
Hey, superstitious might be a thing, but
It's
whatever,
unhealthy.
Nigga.
It's unhealthy. Go to the
Call it
fucking
whatever
store,
you
get a
want.
new pack of Energizers and shit, send the bag.
You know how quickly remotes run through sunbeams? Nigga, I ain't spending $30 for batteries. You know what a sunbeam battery is? Them bitches is terrible. Them dollar store bitches. I hate them. Sunbeam,
I
suck
said,
dick.
get some Energizers, John. Get some
I ain't spending
Duracell.
$20 on batteries, nigga.
Upgrade yourself. Stop limiting how your remotes and electricities work and shit.
Check me out. When my power level over 9,000, I'll fuck with it.
If your power level was over 9,000, your remote would work.
Fuck you.
Ah, you didn't expect that, did you, motherfucker? Who the fuck are you? So we can get to the shit.
Well, y'all know. And if you don't know, I'm about to let you know. Once again, we live from the house of the man with Desert Dick hanging in the halls of Valhalla. No Assassin's Creed. If you don't know, you won't, though. Live from the womb, not the motherfucking tomb. And if I was in the tomb, I'm coming back on Sunday just like Jesus, bitches. I'm busy 9-3, aka the motherfucking can't go down, aka Busy Black. Some call me Kwame Khalifa, some call me Young Norm Hall, some call me the Carolina toe sucker. But you know what I do when I say that? Bitch, shut your mouth because I slice your face. Rest in peace, Kimbo. Young Busy Slice, bitch, aka motherfucking Young Grizzly. If you don't know, you won't know. Now you know, aka Busy Terrence. He's Philip. I will fart on you in your sleep, aka Mr. Fact Check Yourself. Why? Because I may say something inflammatory on purpose by accident. Aka Miss Liddy Two Titty, because I'm fresher than what?
A pack of new fitties.
Why?
Because you clean.
Yes, sir. Aka Mr. Fago with no ice.
Nice.
AKA Mr. Run Through a Motherfucker Face. Shout out to Beast Mode. Catch me in Hawaii passing out turkeys to real niggas. AKA
Gotta
Busy
protect
Waldorf.
your chicken.
That's a fact. AKA Busy Waldorf, because I spit on you from the nosebleeds, Little Caesars, while your grandparents bought you bomb. And then your girl come back with me because she know you ain't got no career in this. AKA Mr. My Pull-Out Game Strong. Please stay 6 feet away. Do not fuck up my record. AKA the Sophisticated Jew. Or the Sophisticated J, depending on how you look at me. Some think I'm Indian. Who knows? Some of you might think I'm Jewish. Or I could just be the nigga I am. AKA Mr. Throw the whole bitch away. AKA Busy Sojak. AKA Little Big Shot. AKA Busy the Tiki Torch Nazi Daughter Slayer. And I'm going to leave it right there because you know the rest. If you don't know, bitches, Captain Dr. Science. Don't get it twisted. I have no lab coats for sale. This is a one of one.
Yo, I got some really dope ideas for your lab coat stuff. I got some really dope ideas for that. And if you and it's those gonna be cold. I got some ideas, nigga. Some shit's gonna sell. And hailing from the home of motherfucking bitch and tequila, 50-cent margaritas and cartel dealings, is your A1 on the mic, motherfucking Jose Ortega, aka if your girl looking at me from across the room, either she wants to fuck me or she already has, but now you don't know and you insecure, now you bitch. Now you gonna cry in her Jeep and you know what I'm saying, and your loafers that she bought you, you irresponsible motherfucker. AKA Tequila Poppy, AKA Martin Quarantino, AKA all Jews and white people owe me money. Why, Mr. 93?
I believe they stole something, which is what they do. They known for stealing. Called the culture, I think. Let me look that up. That's right. Yeah, the culture. The culture. Yeah.
Even motherfuckers. AKA the dopest thing since fentanyl cut heroin. AKA Joey Left Wrist. AKA the Pod God. AKA Little O.
Price
damn.
keep going up.
Man, every week, goddamn it. AKA the next revolutionary immigrant. AKA I'm God, bitch, you not. There's Hove, there's Fly Guy, and then there's Pie Guy. Praise the Holy Trinity. God damn it, praise God. AKA the reason your girl has whiplash. AKA Overtime Ortega. AKA Tony juggling the speakerphone. AKA 2020 Space Ghost. AKA the improper disciple. AKA Debo Yo. AKA Rolly and it's faceless because I'm tasteless. AKA Tito Lee. AKA Wash It Irresponsible. AKA Zay Mysterio. AKA the Kush Crusader. And here's another one. AKA Healthy and Married COVID's Free. And it's episode 133 of the Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast, House of Spades Media. We in this bitch. And what's good?
Once again, back on your motherfucking head and in your ass. Here we go.
Yeah, shout out to everybody listening from all across the world and shit. Shout out to all the people that's COVID's free and shit. You know what I'm saying? Being protected out here in the street. You know what I mean? Shout out to all those people that got to work back to work and shit, and it's terrible, and you got to work through Black Friday and shit. We praying for y'all. You know what I mean? That's just
shout out to the people that ain't got no money for Black Friday because they just got laid off a couple weeks ago because of this fucking shutdown shit.
Yeah, and low key, shout out to that person that had to stab somebody for that TV because they needed that fucking, you know, that shit for.
Just because you waiting in line, nigga, don't mean you won't get trampled.
Yeah, don't mean it's yours. Like, don't mean you got it. You know what I mean? And you ain't got it till it's in the crib. You feel?
Yeah, speaking of motherfucking Black Friday, nigga, how was your Thanksgiving?
I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, sir. Only due to because my wife is Native American and like the whites slaughtered her peoples, you know, for turkey and shit. You know what I mean? And now like her peoples is damn near extinct. And yeah, America. So
well, if you didn't celebrate, did you have a meal?
I did get my eat on and shit. I did get my eat on.
I mean, who really celebrates? But I mean, white people. But you know,
I was like, come on. There's a lot of Republicans. You know, you saw them Trump votes. I'm like, come on, like the people.
At least 73 million people that celebrated.
Yeah, I don't do the celebration on like the big tip, like what most people do anyway, where they gotta have like. Yeah, it's your family, your extended family, the motherfuckers you don't like and shit, and everybody in the world coming and gathering to one place and be like, yeah, we're gonna eat dinner together, pretend we love each other, yay. Nah, I really go to the places that if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. If I don't, then you won't see me at all. Like, period.
I don't know. I think that I hate to say it, and I know it's not every white family, but I think that is a white idea. Like. Most black people, you hang out with your family that's in the city, nigga, and you pull up on your friends and girls and whatever you got. You know what I'm saying? You go around collecting plates if you're a nigga like me, and you have a good time if you can. Now this year, obviously, nobody did that to the extent they wanted to, if you was smart about it, you didn't do that to the extent you might have wanted to, but you know. Like I said, who celebrates this shit if you're not one of them niggas that's like that?
See, I am a ham person over turkey anyway. One of the reasons I can't be Muslim.
That's why you look like that.
Yeah.
That's why you can't grow a beard.
I'm a hard ass motherfucker though. You know what I mean? So
nah.
Yeah.
Any nigga that prefer ham over turkey is that the ham itself.
The hard ass
ham ass nigga.
I'm a hard ass motherfucker. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Sorry.
Boy, smooth as a motherfucking honey bake.
Slick. But like, yeah, I prefer ham over
cloves
turkey.
in your ass, nigga. Anyway, huh?
Yeah. You put cloves in asses.
You put it in a ham. Clove my that's an idea. Yo, Busy 9-3 challenge. 3 cloves in your mouth, put it on the butt. See how it works out. I'm willing to bet, not because I've tried it. I gotta try it myself.
Do that.
Might taste like spearmint.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm gonna recommend that all of our listeners do not do that. Why?
You ain't never did that with it.
That's exactly how you get COVID. What you're trying to do,
not.
You are leading people to COVID.
How you get clove AIDS, nigga?
You won't have.
See what I did there? Clove AIDS.
Yeah, you gonna add COVID, cloves, and AIDS. You trying to kill the human race? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
I'm not against the extinction, but what I'm saying is it's akin to twirling up Annihilator and performing analingus of sorts. You looking at me with that look like you've never done that or it's never crossed your mind. If you haven't, then you and your wife, by proxy, are just not living, sir.
You, sir, are living too much, and that's how you're going to end up with clove AIDS.
Telling you, one Annihilator in a butt, it'll change everything.
Remember when motherfucking when Red ate the box of nerds out of Shouty butthole at the motherfucking at the strip club?
Yeah. Nerds are too small. That's different. It's different. You can mold Annihilator there. You know, you can kind of have Annihilator for you.
No. You're trying to infect the world. What the fuck's happening? I'm not gonna let you defile our listeners' ears for fucking 15 minutes. Say something with some class, you nigga.
All right, well, let's talk about class. Did you see what happened at the Grammys? You wanted to get classy. That's about as high class as it gets for me, at least.
All right. I
know you know the nom, so I'm just waiting. Because you know I had half a reaction when I seen it.
I wouldn't even want to talk about this unless I was still trying to keep this a hip-hop podcast, but by all means, understandably, like I'm trying to keep it at least along those frames.
Hey, we always in the ethos, nigga. They can't get rid of us. We come for it. It's in us, not on us, nigga. They can't do nothing with that.
These are some of the most atrocious nominations I've ever seen of all time. Like, these are really bad. Like,
I saw it
categories they don't even make music within the category, my nigga. What you mean? The fuck? All right.
I saw names I ain't heard all year. Nigga, I'm like,
where? Like,
rap though?
Wow. What? First of fucking all, oh my God! A written testimony has a Grammy nomination. What?
Now,
what?
Whole verses was heavy.
What?
Whole verses was heavy.
That's
the only reason I can explain that one.
No,
it's the only reason I can explain that one. Whole verses was them 7 verses was that heavy.
No.
I can't even say it with a straight face.
No, nigga, no.
I
mean, maybe. No.
It was nice. It was nice. Can't say it wasn't nice.
Nigga, I halfway expected the Heist Macklemore's first album to be in the nominations again.
I saw it being compared to that year's Grammy. So you already know what might happen.
No. That year's Grammys had heat on it. Everyone just got robbed. Like that was something different. This shit,
but that was before they was.
You didn't even get robbed of the award with the nomination because you didn't even get the nominations, my nigga. Right? Oh my God, bro, Hit Boy should have deserved way more nominations just as a producer alone. Hit Boy alone.
You know how I get about the Grammys these days. You know how I get. If y'all been paying attention to this podcast, you have heard my growing disdain for what is basically our Super Bowl. And when I say our, I mean artists. I don't understand how they keep getting it wrong. It's like it's on purpose. So to even be upset about it. Right. You got worse. How did you get worse?
Before it was like you gave it to the wrong winners. Now it's like you not even getting the right nominations.
You
like,
not even getting the genre right. And I haven't heard that album. I just know I don't know the name, and I have not. I've been looking. I don't listen to a lot of music these days, but god damn it, I've looked at the charts every week. I ain't seen this name on hip hop once.
Since you told me to start paying attention to the Billie Eilish chick.
Oh, I love that, man. Even that new record, hard. I love that girl, man. I love her so
I don't like her music. Like, I've been paying attention. I just don't
like
her music. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's like, what the fuck? Like, y'all all some hurt teenage girls out here. I swear to God. Like, like, what the fuck? Like, is this shit, bro? Like, come on. All right. I understand. I understand.
And I ain't even talking about on some like just like she cute shit. Just on some like the records are hard. Like I ain't heard but maybe 2 records I don't like from the bitch. Maybe two.
I ain't feeling it. It's not for me.
So let's see. Where is it?
Nigga, what would Sheen Gun do didn't get a nomination?
Okay. Now see, I keep saying this now. This is what I was talking about. D Smoke. Who is D Smoke?
No idea. I have no idea. I think so. I don't know. I haven't heard a single record.
I haven't heard anybody talk about him.
At all. Pop Smoke didn't get a fucking nom.
Well, he did on the on the song, best rap performance
on Dior. He's like, that's it. He should have got a best album nom. Even a nom.
Grammys. This is the Grammys.
What would Sheen Gun do? Should have got it. Like, come on.
So let's just go let's start with the album, right? D Smoke. Who was that? Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist. Great project.
Great project. I'm proud of Gibbs got a nom. He probably ain't gonna win, but I'm glad he got a nom.
I think that'll be the surprise in the category, but I feel like they're gonna give it to D Smoke because we've never heard of him. And obviously, see that's the thing too.
I think they would snub Gibbs because like
what if this nigga's super hip hop and we just don't know him? Nobody we listen to knows him either, talks about him.
I'm going to say that possibly because I don't know who D Smoke is, and I don't want this to be a whole segment of us dissing D Smoke because we don't know who this nigga is. But he can't be more young hip hop than motherfucking Joey Badass, who I think is the most young hip hop that you can possibly get.
So
that nigga like 23 and be rapping the boom bap and making great records. Like,
aside from D Smoke, I guess my only argument outside of the 7 verses on their project would have to be written testimony. But at the same time, once again, everything that came out this year, and these are the 5, I understand 2 of them. And I understand 2 of them. What other? No diss to Nas, Electronica, or D Smoke, but like I get why Alfredo and Allegory on there. Am I wrong? Kenny's Disease was good.
Kenny's Disease was good. I did take time to listen to it because of how introspective it is.
I'm not. It took me a while to listen to it, but I'm not.
I love that
level of album.
Yeah, but it's like a really introspective album. I just never thought that he would have actually got a nom for it. Now,
that's not Royce's first nom. I don't think that's not Royce's first nom.
I'm not saying it was his first. I'm saying I wasn't expecting him to get a nom for it.
Oh,
now, what I would to save this category, what they would have to do, in my opinion, would have to be give the award to King's Disease Nas, because Nas don't have a Grammy.
Okay, so, but then you saving Face and cheating Freddie. You should have gave Nas this shit 20 years ago.
See, now you asking me a hip hop question. It's like, this is hip hop, right? So I wouldn't know which one I would pick between the 2 and which album I like more in the year, because it's like one's more introspective and it's Nas, and the other one that's Gibbs and Alchemist. Like, so
that's what I'm saying. If I gotta pick, if I'm picking one out of these 5, shout out to Royce. It's Detroit all day. We love it. Alfredo. If I'm picking from these 5, Alfredo.
Yes, but
do they give Gibbs the award? Probably not.
No.
I'll be shocked if they do.
I think politically to save that, politically to save face on the Grammys, you give it to Nas. But I feel like deserving
20 years
deserving
late,
in that category
15 years
should be Gibbs. Should be Gibbs and Alchemist. I completely agree with you. What's next? Keep this ball rolling.
Rap song. The Bigger Picture. Never heard of it.
Nope.
No, that's that's Lil Baby shit. That's Lil Baby shit, right? That's Lil Baby shit. That's the shit he did for the Black Lives Matter shit.
Oh, that's that joint. Okay.
Yeah. Bigger Picture.
That. All right.
The Box, Roddy Ricch. Laugh Not Cry Later, Drake and Dirk, Rockstar, Roddy Ricch and the Baby, Savage, Meg and Beyonce.
I don't think
that's probably the best one, actually. Out of the 3, 4, that's probably the best one that I feel like somebody didn't get cheated.
I'm grown. I don't listen to Roddy Ricch. So I'm just gonna give it a buck. I'm grown. I don't listen to Roddy Ricch, so I can't really attest to it. I know he had
the Box is a hard song.
I'm about to say I know he had a really big album this year, and it was like
no, I'm not talking about the album. I'm talking about this song, The Box, the one we talking about. That song is hard.
I'm saying he on a high wave, so I can understand why people would fuck with him, and probably is a dope record to people who fuck with his music. So it's like I'm not discrediting that.
Okay.
I think the Baby's record was a great record, but I don't think it was big enough. Savage just kind of took over control, especially when Beyonce got on it. So I think Savage would probably get it.
I think it's obvious, yeah. Like in this lineup, shout out to the Lil Baby, shout out to Roddy Ricch. This ain't the first time Drake been here. Shout out to Lil Durk. Think this might be.
They ain't gonna get that shit to Drake because he said fuck the Grammys when he won a Grammy last time.
They nominated Kanye and he was just pissing on one. That's not true.
Look, they were clearly this is a Republican ass. This is a Republican ass nomination list. Clearly, so of course they gonna try and bring Kanye into the fold. I'm sure Gunplay and 50 Cent have nominations somewhere randomly. Where's Wayne?
I don't see Wayne on the list. I don't see Wayne nowhere.
Wayne was on the voting panel, nigga. What you mean?
Okay, but he put out enough to be nominated. Shit, Carter 5 should be on here too. If this is the list, especially for that rap album, I'll throw Carter 5 in there. I ain't never even heard D Smoke. Mona Lisa was one of the hardest records of the year.
Don't play yourself. I would not put Carter 5 in.
Maybe not
top
as a
5
project.
albums of the year.
No. We talking about for a Grammy nomination, not actual top 5 albums of the year.
And I'm talking about that even as to this degree. It's not even like it's not an album I would have picked for album of the year.
I'm not saying as an album. I'm just saying I've never heard of D Smoke, never heard the Black Habits album. Mona Lisa was one of the top records of the year lyrically. So you know what I'm saying? Like, but okay, back to the rap song thing. Yeah, Savage probably. Beyonce, duh. And the Baby had a big year. Lil Baby had a big year. I'm surprised. That's another thing. How is Lil Baby not in best rap album? Duh. Are you serious?
Lil Baby album was really good.
Are you serious? He's not in best rap album category?
The Baby's album was really good too.
We even need a new panel.
The Babies are doing good. The Babies are doing all right.
Like, yeah. The Babies are losing records.
Like them little Rugrat motherfuckers. They should do a fucking
Personally, I prefer Lil Baby, but that's just me.
They should do a collab and name that shit Rugrats. That should be hard.
Oh, that's coming soon.
That should be hard.
You know that's coming soon. You gotta stop saying shit like that on the podcast. We can sell shit like that. Look, nigga. Somebody gonna hear this, clip it, and send it to them. They gonna hit each other up and be like, "Yo,
Yeah. And then when they put that shit on the gram, I'm gonna take credit for it because I'm be like, "We said it first." Timestamps on this shit, nigga.
All right, now
you don't get this episode till tomorrow. I already said it today.
Right.
Like, it's already on record, niggas. Wax. What's up?
Next one is my least favorite, personally. Best melodic rap performance.
Oh, oh,
So I got
oh.
Rockstar again, The Baby and Roddy Rich, Laugh Now, Cry Later. Lockdown, Anderson Paak, The Box, again, Roddy Rich, Highest in the Room, Travis Scott. You gotta give it to Rockstar. Stayed in your head longer. And they remixed it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I would have to say Laugh More Cry Later. And only because since it's released, nigga, that's one of the most memorable songs of the year. If I'm thinking about just a song.
Rockstar's been playing longer and in more places that I've seen. I've heard
Nigga,
Rockstar out in public more
places
than I've
ain't
heard
open.
Laugh Now. Well, I'm saying when shit was open, the few places you can go to, I'm not talking about like a club or nothing, but if I hear hip hop playing, I usually hear Rockstar. I haven't heard Laugh Now, Cry Later playing in like a store lately. I've heard Rockstar
Nigga,
though, multiple times.
I've heard Laugh Now Cry Later play in stores and on the radio on a consistent, and I've heard it way more times, well, at least in this market that I live in.
Okay, so for sure, the
More than
top
fucking
three
Roddy
we
Ricch.
talking about, the top three is The Box, Laugh Now, Cry Later, and Rockstar. For sure, that's the top three. But like you said, if Rockstar and Lil Baby neck and neck, do you give it to the kids or do you give it to the vet?
I give it to the vet. Give it to
the kids.
Here's the kicker, though. Here's the kicker. I actually like, as a song, Highest in the Room best. For me, personal.
It was all right. I wasn't super into
I'm a Travis Scott fan.
I am too, but I just didn't really like that song that
much. How many drugs you do when you listen to the song?
How are we defining how many drugs? We talking about like by name or like by
no, amount? On a scale of 1 to 10, like how fucked up was you?
That varies throughout the
Off
day.
The drugs, not the drink.
By the end of the night,
when we talk about drugs, people, we mean like green marijuana, not any legal.
By the end of the night, I've usually consumed more than most. I smoke a lot of concentrate.
Nigga, that don't mean nothing. I said on the scale of 1 to 10 for you. The fuck? Just because your consumption may put some people on their ass, don't mean it is putting you on your ass. So when you listening to Highest in the Room, how high
I don't listen
are
to
you?
it that much, so I don't know. I haven't scaled it.
I'm always high. I'm always really high.
I'm not always listening to Travis Scott, so you know.
Shit. I listen to Rodeo nigga on Tuesday. That shit still bang.
Yo, speaking of which, yeah, that's true, dude. I think that's never not gonna bang. Before we move on, another person who, how did you not get in there? What's his name? I just had it. Fuck. Oh, it's the weed. You said Travis Scott. Who did I just think of? I was like, damn, how did he not get in there? Oh, Benny and Westside. How are they not in here? I get why Conway's not. How Benny and Westside not in here? Right, and even that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy, and I know it sounds crazy. That sounds crazy, and I know it. I know it sounds crazy.
First, I'm mad as fuck. First off, if you're not gonna include any of the other Griselda projects, if you're not gonna include any of the Griselda projects that came out this year, what would Shin Gun do? Shit was at the very fucking least the most polished shit you was gonna hear leading into the year. Like that shit came out in December last year, and I was still banging that shit. That shit flowed into the year. It still was banging through the pandemic, nigga.
I don't know, bro. It just it just doesn't make sense, man.
It's cool though.
It's like what
boom.
It's like they don't judge it. They don't judge it on. They don't judge it on like impact or actual like meaning They just judge it on popularity and who's on the song and what that person might mean to the culture, I think. I don't think they just look at a song or a
Nigga, Pray
project
for
and just be
Paris.
like, yeah, that's
Pray for Paris is
fucking
one of the
solid
better
project.
projects of the year.
Like, I don't know what it is, but
Pray for Paris is one of
I
the
heard
best
half of that
projects.
project, so it was good. I did hear half of that.
It was one of the better projects of this year. As a mixtape, quote unquote, that shit was fucking amazing. I thought it was an album. It was polished like one. It's an amazing album.
But see, that's why I said I get why Conway didn't get no nom. That same thing you just said, the mixtape thing. They ain't even gonna pay that no attention. But some of those
He
projects,
released an album this year.
yeah, but it was super hip hop. It was hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. They not looking at that. Look at what we talking about. Yes,
from King to
yes, yes. And to be fair, I don't think it came out in the right time frame. So that might be next year's Grammys. To be fair, because there is like a time frame that you have to have.
It's the same time frame. Like him and Benny's came out like 3 weeks apart.
I don't know.
Benny's came out later.
None of them are on the lists.
Anyway, that's what I'm saying. That's my point. Griselda didn't get their motherfucking dues, bro.
And they've been releasing shit all year. Better than most niggas.
Matter of fact, there's 2 projects that fit under that fucking Kanye West label, 7 songs, however how many minutes worth of it's supposed to be a Grammy award, Grammy worthy project or whatever. Bodie shit could have got nominated. Bodie shit was cold.
Yeah. I heard a lot of that. Yeah.
That shit.
I went back to that one a couple of times.
Hard.
I went back to that a couple times.
That shit's hard.
Yeah. For real. But
Alchemist, in my opinion, Alchemist has to win, like should win hip hop producer of the year. Or producer of the year.
You said who?
Alchemist.
I
love what Hit Boy been doing. Is he even nominated?
I gotta see right quick. Let's go.
Because Hit Boy is the mainstream for sure winner if we talking about like producers of the year and what they've done. But Alchemist been busy. Like Action Bronson project, the Lulu with Conway. He did Price of Tea in China with Bodie. Like this nigga been out here. He did his own project. I think dropped his own shit this year. I think, or that was last year. Like this nigga been busy.
Damn, where is this shit at?
I wouldn't be surprised. I won't be surprised. I will not be surprised.
This fucking webpage, bro. Anyway, yeah. I don't know. I don't see the. Yeah, they don't have the normal production category on here. Unless it's in general field. I don't think it's in general field. But yeah. Anyway, the last category of rap was best rap performance. And this one's probably outside of the rap album thing, probably the biggest struggle for who's gonna win, in my opinion. Cause you got
here we go.
You got Bop with the Baby. I probably heard that record twice, me personally. You got What's Poppin' with Jack Harlow, not the remix, the regular,
the original.
Fire. The Bigger Picture, Lil Baby, On Time, very on message, on point, fucking motivating, whatever you can say about it. Great record. Savage, Megan and Beyonce. And then we get to the 2 where I'm having the biggest problem in between these other 4, which is Dior, Pop Smoke, and Deep Reverence, Big Sean, and Nipsey. What do you do? I hate to put it like this, but which dead guy is worth more? We love them both. We love them both. We've shed a tear over probably both of them at certain points. Because they gonna give Meg and Beyonce the other one. So this to me is between Lil Baby, Big Sean, and Nipsey and Pop Smoke. Not to say the Bop, or I was about to say the Bop. Not to say Bop wasn't a good record, but I mean, I don't. I mean, maybe it's bigger than I'm thinking it is because I didn't follow it, so I don't know. But in my mind, that's where the win lays. Deep Reverence, Bigger Picture, and Dior. To me,
you asking a biased person on this one. On God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Crenshaw.
Because I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot in Deep
That's
Reverence where you just want to be like, "Come on, I gotta rock with it." But
Crenshaw. Like
Detroit, Nip. I mean, it's so many different things you can say about just the people that made the record, much less the record itself.
Big Sean's still from Southfield to me.
You gonna stop shitting on that man. We're gonna have to interview him one day. You're gonna stop shitting on that man.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you gonna never want to come out here. You done called that man a bitch 47,000 times since we started this.
So is Kendrick.
See, okay. Well, I guess I gotta have one because I know what you rocking with. So if I gotta have
difference between me and Kendrick is we from the same place. That's the difference. I'm really telling. I'm saying that where you can find me.
Yeah.
Like I ain't saying this from across the fucking country.
I mean, that nigga live in LA. He ain't not like he still live in Detroit. They both stay in LA. Nigga, so that really don't even apply. Like, if you think about it. But I don't know. See, I think they're gonna give it to Jack Harlow just because he's white.
If they get it,
I like the record. It's my ringtone. The remix is literally my ringtone.
I would say you crazy as fuck.
But you've seen it happen before.
Exactly.
You've seen it happen before.
I told you the shit was gonna happen before. I told you. Remember when we?
Yeah, you did point that out that year. You did point that out.
Remember when we watched the Grammys? That fucking what's the name? No, it was MTV Awards when Macklemore was running and shit before the Grammys even happened. And I was this is the white man that has the biggest rap record one of the biggest rap records of the year. He's going to sweep up some shit.
Yeah.
I was hoping I was wrong, and I was completely fucking right because I knew he was going to sweep up the MTV Awards. I did not think he was going to get them Grammys. But that's why I'm not gonna put nothing against Jack Harlow.
That's what I say. You know who I want to say. You know who I think is between. But who will they give it to? Who they'll give it to, I think, is between Lil Baby and Jack Harlow. And I say Lil Baby just because the record you tie it directly to Black Lives Matter and everything else. I'm just saying. I'm
just saying, nigga.
You know, I see what you say.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying how the Grammys work though sometimes.
And I'm just saying like how this nigga work all the time, nigga. Like, rest in peace, Ned, bro. Like, fuck. Like, shit. Look, fam. Look, you know how much I think Big Sean from Southfield, and when I seen he had the Nip feature, I was like, oh, damn it. Nah, I know I'm gonna like this track. I know I am.
Yeah. And it was that. It was like that.
I mean,
as soon as that shit dropped, I kept that bitch on repeat.
Like,
and Dior is a great record. I love Dior. I love Pop, but I feel like Pop just got cheated because he should have been in the best album category.
Yes. At least it's a nom.
Yeah.
At least it's a nom. He had like one of the
Just got
records that
cheated.
held like one of the top #1 spots on Billboard for hip hop, like for the longest amount of weeks, like this year. You know what I'm saying? Or period. Like,
you
the
right
fuck?
though. You right. That motherfucker sat up here and what was the one? It might have been Dior. I think it was maybe that. It was fucking sitting on the charts. Shit was breaking records for a couple weeks, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it was either that or the box. One of the two. They was sitting up there for a minute.
I don't know if they released that song before the album came out.
Dior was out when he was alive. He was performing Dior. Yeah, Dior was out.
I didn't hear the song until the album came out. And I was like, yo, this shit right here, nigga.
If I'm not mistaken,
so for me to like outside of the world, this is like, yo, this is a dope ass track and agree.
Right.
Yeah, like
I was gonna say,
I give the salute to Dio.
If I'm not mistaken, and New York niggas correct me in the comments, but I think Dior might have been on his mixtape and then they put it on the album. Okay, I think Dior might have been the one that like got him like noticed for real. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken. I'm not well versed in Pop Smoke. I just like the nigga, but
I didn't start
rest in peace nonetheless.
Yeah, I didn't start paying attention to him until like literally months before he got killed. Like it was.
That's when that's when it was like, okay, maybe I should see what this is. And then it was like, oh shit, damn.
Yeah.
And before we get up off the Grammys, we just got to mention it because this is hip hop too, even though it's pop. They cheated the weekend. This nigga went and fucking changed his whole inner being and outer being to be everything he could be
to
get a Grammy, and they still shit on him.
Mustache.
That man made the best Coke record of the decade, and it wasn't even of this decade. It was of the 80s. Nigga, you got to give him a backwards Grammy just for that.
His 80s cocaine mustache looks like his last name should be Epstein in 2020. So yeah, you're not getting a Grammy.
Don't do that to him.
Nah.
Don't do that to him.
It's the mustache.
Don't do that to him.
I love the Weeknd, but it's the mustache.
Nah, nigga, nah.
And first off, half them songs on his album, I'm gonna keep it a bean, sound the same.
It's Coke music, duh. It's supposed to. It's supposed to sound like one long ass song, nigga, with highlights. Yes, so you can really. I'm blinded by the nigga. I can't wait to do coke
I couldn't do cocaine
bro.
to that music.
I can't wait to do coke to that record.
I would end up starting to cry by the end of the record. Like by the end of the whole album, I'm crashing off the coke. It take you too many places. There's too many ups and downs on the roller coaster of coke.
I'm either gonna cry or be in somebody's mouth. Yeah.
I'm glad you don't go places. I'm glad you don't. I'm glad you don't. For sure. Like, I know for sure I don't need to invite you places because you don't go there, and it's cool because you would do some wild shit.
That's not always true necessarily.
You would find a bitch with the fattest ass, get drunk, and start beating off in front of her, in front of everybody, and shit on some Louis C.K. shit. Shut up.
Unless she was willing to go to the bathroom. And even if she wasn't willing to go to the bathroom, I'm sure that can be talked about before my dick comes out.
No.
You think I am, nigga? Jeffrey Tubin? Nigga, stop it. I ain't just tubing on bitches in the club, nigga, no.
No, I do not. I think you Kwame Epstein. Next subject.
Now, that is offensive, and I will not accept it.
Yes, you will. Next subject.
I won't.
Yes, you will.
What is it? Speaking of institutions and industry or parts of industry that we personally don't like per se, Dave had something to say this week. Wasn't much, but he said a lot with the time he had. Did you peep that? And by Dave, I do mean the one and only Dave Chappelle.
I I will say this.
Unforgiven, I believe he called it.
I'm glad Netflix took his shit down because he wasn't getting paid for it. Like I do agree. Like Dave is Dave. I don't really disagree. He's not one of those people who says anything that I disagree with.
Yeah. I
You know
think
what
there's
I'm
most
saying?
of us.
Like
Most of us that fuck with Dave. That is.
Even if it's delivered bad, unlike Kanye, the message is clear enough to where you can understand what he's trying to really say. He just might not say it the right way in that moment. Now, but even then he backtracks and just like, all right, if I see how it got taken this way when I said it this way, for sure, I sat on it. This is what I really was trying to convey.
I think that's funny you bring that up though. Do you think that's what he did with that special?
Which one?
The one that just happened, nigga. The one that happened, the 18-minute one. Did you watch it? If you ain't watch it, then damn, we can't even. Oh, we gotta pause this. Then you gotta go watch it. It's like 20 minutes.
No, we ain't pausing shit.
How do you not watch that? You didn't see no highlights or nothing, nigga?
No, I didn't even see it trending on my Twitter for some reason. I saw him trending, but I didn't see anything pop up from it. Like it was just tweets, like no videos, no nothing. It was just
it was on
opinions.
Instagram Live. You had to go to Instagram to find it. I'm sure it's on YouTube or something now, but
probably
it was
now. Yeah,
it's IGTV. I think it was. Yeah, it was IGTV. He put it on. It was like a little 18-minute. Just it was a set. It was or half of like probably a set he was already doing.
I don't even think I follow him on Instagram. I follow more rappers.
He got like he posts. He didn't post a lot, but he posts like probably got like 10 posts maybe.
Yeah, because he's one of those people that don't post like a lot. And again, like I really rarely follow. I'm surprised I actually follow Eminem's Twitter because I know he doesn't tweet them shits for real.
Yeah, but you know, certain people. I follow Dave's Twitter. He literally tweeted like just a bunch of bullshit in 2012 and has never been on since. Like I think he just checks the trending topic and gets off. He doesn't even like.
I don't expect like certain people.
You shouldn't though. You don't want to see him tweet.
Like I don't expect to tweet their mind because it would disvalue
do them a disservice
when they speak their mind during their sets and shit.
Right, and they know
like,
that,
there's
especially
shit that I'm
people
say
like
all
Dave
week long about stuff that I see, but it's like I'm not gonna comment on it right now.
Because you want to save it for this.
For the podcast, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
that's part of the reason why we don't talk to each other all week.
Yeah, like because we would spoil everything. Like, all right, yeah, nigga, we already talked about it.
Spoil that shit as it happened, and then by the time we got to this, it'd be like, it's not even fun no more.
Like,
we already talked about it.
We already talked about it. Now we're repeating ourselves. So, like, I'm gonna go watch it now. Like, I definitely watch it. I was really kind of waiting today because I wasn't going to listen to the album as far as like download it to or add it to my library, but I was going to listen to it as far as just for podcast purposes, the No Ceilings 3 joint, but it didn't come to iTunes that I know of. So
it's out now.
Is it out now?
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter before we started recording. I think it came out at like 8.
Nigga, I checked that shit at fucking like 1 o'clock, and I was like, "Yup, this shit's not there." No.
Well, I mean, speaking of Wayne, I mean, I ain't like I said before. I think a couple hours ago, I ain't think it was coming out. I thought he was gonna pull a Kanye because he caught that charge.
That's what I thought was gonna happen because it wasn't out because it said it was gonna be out at midnight. That's all I saw on Twitter. I saw on Instagram it was gonna be out at midnight. It wasn't out. I was up till like 2 o'clock last night.
Right.
Wasn't out, and then woke up. What I do every single morning for my fans and listeners, if you want to know, every Friday morning when I wake up, I take a shit and I listen to all the music that comes out that week that I actually care about listening to. For podcast purposes, it was going to be the Lil Wayne album this week. It wasn't there when I woke up this morning to take a shit.
So you officially off Lil Wayne?
I'm off Lil Wayne.
That picture did it for you.
No, I wasn't sold. Like I hated a lot of Lil Wayne's fan base to begin with.
His fan base isn't him, and we've talked about his politics on here before and how nobody should ask him his fucking politics. The only difference with this situation was he just offered it up.
Yeah, my thing was, I felt like prior to this moment or this campaign, I would say, I didn't look at Kanye like a coon. Kanye. I didn't look at Lil Wayne like a coon. I looked at him like, you just a dumbass nigga that no one should be asking about politics.
Been in a bubble his whole life.
Yeah, like no one should be asking you about politically nothing.
Well, not his whole life, but at least the majority of his life, he's been in a bubble.
And then then when I seen, all right, what 50 was saying, like, yeah, they was like Trump's people was offering people money to like support him. Wayne just so happened to be the nigga to take the money.
Lil Pump too.
So, yep. Lil Pump, I don't listen to that nigga anyway. He fucking stupid.
Yeah, but he took the money too.
Because people can't vote, nigga. They all 15, nigga. It don't even matter. So
he was just talking about he put out a new record, and he was like, "Niggas gonna go listen to it." And I don't think anybody responded except for his little 15-year-old few fans he got. Nigga, the thing about 15-year-olds, they get older. And they gonna see that shit later.
You know what? He gonna get a rap name now. Orange 45 motherfucking called Lil Pump.
Lil 45.
No, Orange 45.
Lil 45. That boy be shooting at niggas. What you talking about? He be shooting niggas every day on Twitter. Lil 45, nigga.
He can't no more, nigga, because they throw his ass in prison for that.
AKA Young Cheeto, nigga.
Young Cheeto.
Fuck with me.
Young Cheeto. Yeah. Hey, I fuck with it. But like the fact that Lil Wayne took the money, you know what I'm saying? Willingly and stood up there with the cheesy ass coon smile, that boxed him in with him being a coon to me. Because that meant to me is like, oh Nick, you up all these M's. You ain't fighting with Birdman no more. You got your money. You've been paid already. You don't need these little chump dollars for this nigga, you know what I'm saying?
So do you think he really took them? You think he didn't do it for the money? You think he did it for the money, or like did he just feel like that? I think he just feels like that. It makes more sense that he would just feel like that.
Yeah.
Because he has money.
Yeah. So if both are, I would say equal to each other. I guess you would say that, yeah. But regardless, in my opinion, I believe, I look at Lil Wayne as a coon. Dwayne Carter is a coon to me.
See, the thing, I don't know. It was like,
you kiss ass to be next to the white man. To credit the white man.
What did he get from it, though? That's what I want to know. Like, what? Kanye,
to me, it don't matter because he took something from it, nigga. He got something from it, whether he was going to do that shit freely or not. He got something from it.
Because it was like, the shit dropped, or it was supposed to drop the other night. Everybody was running to it like that never happened. Because it's Lil Wayne. You don't not want to hear a Lil Wayne record, bro. You don't not want to hear it, even if you don't want to hear it.
You know
if you
what?
Grew up like if it's a Kanye situation-esque type thing where you've been a fan this whole time, and now you just figure it out with Kanye. I feel like if you a hip hop nigga, a lyrical hip hop nigga.
I was a bigger fan of Kanye than I was of Lil Wayne.
See, I can't say that. I can't say that.
And the only reason I can say that, and I feel like it was ruined for me because during my high school times and shit, motherfuckers was really dick sucking Lil Wayne like he the best rapper alive and really believing that shit when he said it on the record. I never believed that. I was just like, yo, he's dope. He's dope. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? When you're around a bunch of ignorant ass teenagers, which I thought were ignorant ass teenagers when I was a teenager, like, nigga, you really just believe in this shit because the nigga said it? Like
that's how you get niggas to believe it.
But it's like, I'm like, nigga, listen to those motherfuckers that are around this nigga. In my opinion, at the time,
it's kind of Trump-esque if you think about it.
Up until Carter 3, Jeezy and T.I. made bigger records than Wayne. So I'm just like, how the fuck could you even say in comparison that he's a better rapper alive when the niggas that come from his same region make bigger records than he did?
Not for
and
nothing.
was
Lil
making
Wayne
bigger
had
records than he was.
Not for
when
nothing,
he
though.
said the shit, not until like Carter 3 came later.
Not for nothing.
So it was like that shit pissed me the fuck off. So
Not
I always
for
had a sour
nothing.
taste in my mouth about that. So it was like I was always a partial fan.
While you're comparing that though, you gotta keep in mind. I get why you would think that, being a bigger fan of the two as well. But you gotta also remember this nigga had to save a whole company. So while he didn't make the bigger records, it's because he probably couldn't afford it yet. Hustler Music had Carter 2 had to do numbers, had to go what 2 times platinum? It's probably 10 times platinum now. Had to go what 2 times platinum at a time for you to even probably execute Carter 3 the way you wanted to. And Carter 2 was that good.
I feel you, my nigga. I feel you, my
Carter
nigga.
2 in some aspects is better than Carter 3 because Carter 3 is the pop version of Carter 2.
I actually enjoy Carter 2 more. But yeah, but in my I love Carter 2. Matter of fact, I love Fast Money by Birdman.
Start to finish.
I love Fast Money by Birdman.
I ain't going that far.
You know why I love that album? Because half the fucking album got motherfucking Wayne features on it. And
I was gonna say like half the album, not the whole album.
I'm gonna say like those albums, those songs, those Lil Wayne features on that bitch was hard. Neck of the Woods is hard.
If I had to pick a
Birdman
album I liked, is 5 Star Stunner. 5 Star Stunner was probably his best piece of work as a solo rapper. He had all the fixes. He had his own solo joints where it was, you could tell Wayne probably wrote it for him. And you had the joints that had him, Wayne, and Drake. I think he had Nicki on there. He had Gutta Gutta on there. He had for everybody you could think of except for like Nicki
happened
and
to Gutta Gutta?
I think the nigga on No Ceilings 3. The nigga still rap.
Does he?
Yes, he's on the deluxe fucking Carter 5.
I didn't get to listen to Carter 5, the deluxe Carter 5 all the way through before Wayne turned coon. So
yeah, he's on the deluxe version of that, and I think he's on the track list for No Ceilings 3.
Damn, I didn't even know he still rapped and shit. Well, anyway, he wasn't coding. He was never coding anyway. But yeah, like I never.
Moments. He was always a good setup for Wayne. He was always just a good setup. Like he go first. He set Wayne up to be like go super crazy, and it sounded good together.
No, speaking of motherfuckers, and we talking about Southern hip hop. What's up with what's up with your man's? What's up with your man's Jeffrey, y'all? Oh, you don't even know what your man's did. You didn't even know what your man's did.
No, I think I know what you're talking about, but like,
what do you think I'm talking about?
When did we get to this? My man.
You a defender of Jeffrey.
I am not, and never have been.
You are a Jeffrey Avenger. You are a Jeffrey Avenger. Don't you dare, nigga. You know that.
I'm a Jeffrey Avenger, then what does that make you?
I'm a Griselda Avenger.
No.
Yes. No. Yeah. No. Yeah.
You're a Tori Kelly Avenger.
Huh?
You're a Tori Kelly Avenger.
Oh, I'm not.
For our
my wife fans. Is.
No, so by default, you are. You all are one, nigga. You all are one. You all are one.
So that automatically makes my wife a Griselda Avenger then. And
by default, you are a Tori Kelly Avenger.
But that still puts me in Griselda, so I'm.
You can be a multiple Avenger. You can be a multiple Avenger offender, but that's the name of the episode. But at the same time, you cannot be a bitch ass nigga. Now you just said some bitch ass nigga shit, and the only reason to let you slide is because you are also a Griselda Avenger. But do not get it twisted, sir. I am in no way a Jeffrey Avenger. You are a Tori Kelly Avenger.
No, you.
So let's not get it mixed up, sir.
You love Jeffrey. Don't get this fucked up.
I need evidence. You were supposed to take me to court on something else. Take me to court, bitch. Sue me. I need evidence.
On your coonery.
No, Donald
but
Trump.
Then
bitch,
you are definitely a Jeffrey Avenger. You've been trying to tell me to listen to Jeffrey since 2014. Only somebody like that.
They're telling you Jeffrey makes records since 2014.
Only somebody who is a Jeffrey Avenger would pull out a floss device in the middle of a podcast and start flossing his fucking teeth. That is what Jeffrey Avengers do. Jeffrey Avengers.
I think that's more in line with Griselda than anything. What are you talking about?
If I pulled out what's next to me on my left, that would be some Griselda shit, like Griselda Avenger shit to do on a podcast. But I'm not doing that. That's not the point. Overall, did you see what Jeffrey had done? Did you see what your man Slime had done?
I saw what he attempted to make sense in saying. If we're talking about the same thing.
Your man's Jeffrey is out of his motherfucking mind for disrespecting the great Andre Benjamin, as we all know as Andre 3000, aka 3 Stacks.
Yeah, he did that.
Jeffrey tried to say he from Atlanta. He from Atlanta. And this nigga tried to say that he didn't pay attention at all to 3 Stacks. And that people want to kiss his ass. I mean, he want people to kiss his ass. And that's why he don't fuck with 3 Stacks. Who in the fuck is Jeffrey, Mr. 93, to be? First off, I'm going to tell you right. All right, I'm going to ask you as an artist right now. This is real Jose Ortega on his motherfucking interview shit game right now. If Mr. Marshall Bruce Mathers III came up at you right now and shit and asked you to kiss his ass in his graces, not in that motherfucking, in those words, would you not do it? You do it actually without even having to.
Okay, do you mean literally kiss his ass?
No, I'm talking about like, would you sing his praises?
Of course, for free.
Would that does that have anything to do in your process of thinking because you're from Detroit, Michigan, or would you feel that way if you felt like you was from any place else?
If I was from any place, probably.
Okay.
If I was a similar person to the person I am now, yeah.
So you would see Marshall Bruce Mathers III, aka Eminem, as being a very or highly influential person in hip hop.
I think that is an understatement in and of itself.
Okay, so would you put Mr. 3 Stacks in that same exact box?
He's right in the same category. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna use this moment right now to say fuck Jeffrey. I'm gonna use this moment right now.
I was gonna say, duh.
No, this is leading to my punchline. I set up the joke for you. Like, fuck Jeffrey. All right. All you motherfuckers out there that, you want fuck with Thug here, real gangster. Whoa. First off, fuck Jeffrey.
That's a whole nother conversation. That's not even the same thing. The fact you tried to act like.
Let me cook like I'm Wolfgang, all right? So, like, you want to be, this nigga gangster, whoop. He, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, he wearing dresses. He ain't gangster, nigga. This nigga wearing dresses. I don't pay attention to Andre. Who paying attention to Andre? Andre was wearing dresses, acting all weird with perms and shit, nigga, 20 years ago. But wasn't acting gangster when he was trying to do it.
No, I didn't watch the clip. Is that why he said that? Is that what he said?
No, what T.I. was trying to explain, because he said this on T.I.'s Expeditiously.
I saw the thumbnail. I just didn't watch the clip.
What T.I. was trying to explain to him was like, nigga, he was like, you don't pay attention to him. You
copy him.
Like,
what the fuck are you talking about?
Same shit. So this is what I will give up Twitter for. Twitter, there was I couldn't remember. I should have retweeted it and shit, but I seen somebody tweeted a quote that Andre said about Thug.
Probably about praising him.
Yeah, and he was giving his praise. He's like, yeah, this nigga fit in outside of all boxes and shit. Like, that's something hard to fucking do. Like nobody can just go. Like, any regular person can go in and just do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's saying fuck the box. Like, gave you all the credit in the world. He paying attention to you. He not even rapping like that.
See,
this nigga signed you. and you gonna go up in there and be like, fuck him. You know what? Jeffrey is motherfucking Colson. That's who the fuck he is. He don't realize who he the son of, and he didn't disrespect his daddy, and his daddy just got to go up in there and smack him. That's it.
Facts.
That's straight it. That's straight facts.
That's facts.
He done disrespected Pops. We not having this no more. Bro. Andre gonna drop an EP, 5 songs. It's gonna be all motherfucking Young Thug diss tracks and shit. And it's gonna be the only thing we hear from him until he drops a fucking single song. It's gonna be the greatest rap masterpiece we ever hear from an artist before he passes away when he's 89 years
old. Bro, for you to sit up and say you know nothing of someone's work who you have subliminally copied for 5-6 years now, and not the musical style.
Career has only been since 2014. It's only been 6 years.
Right. Oh, well, yeah.
The whole video, your whole fucking career, you've been copying 3 Stacks. What? Come on, fuck you, son.
For you to turn around and say that, and then act like, you know, knowing or maybe not knowing that he knows of you and sings your praises. That is, that's blatantly like, I'm sure to 3 Stacks that was like, and that's why I don't say nothing to you niggas. Like, that right there is why I don't say shit to
y'all. It was one of those things because I follow hip hop on, like I said, on Instagram, on Twitter. So when I seen 3 Stacks trending on Twitter,
who tries to start a beef with 3 Stacks, dog?
Nigga!
The fuck?
I'm hoping it's a new feature that just dropped because it's Friday. Like, that's what I'm hoping for. And then I see it's trending on expeditiously because motherfucking T.I. had Jeffrey on the bitch acting a goddamn motherfucking fool and all types of fucking slander.
You know what? Not for nothing. I think
first off, in the Ortega 5, I'll tell you who's not in it, and I'll tell you who is in it. Biggie is not in my top 5. 3 Stacks is in my top 5. So how fucking dare you, sir?
I can't say that. But what I will say is,
you one of those niggas that believe in motherfucking speculation. It's okay though. I understand y'all niggas. It's okay.
No, I just would put 3 Stacks in my top 10 and not in my top 5.
How? Longevity.
Longevity. I mean, he's not like joint. He doesn't even have a solo album. We talking about a dude that with solo albums rather do with nothing.
That nigga been rapping in the mid-90s till today.
So have 10 million other niggas that you don't know of and never will hear of.
Yeah, but
dead. Nigga, no.
But Notorious B.I.G., as great as he is, only had one album drop when he was alive. Now the second one was recorded before he passed, so I count that as 2.
No, he only have 2 solo albums because you dropped it when he was dead.
Yeah.
Don't mean he didn't record it alive. 2
solo albums, that's it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make you not great, but
it makes you greater than a nigga, not greater, but in the scale of a top 10 GOAT thing, we talk about hip hop albums. Yeah, it makes you greater than a nigga with no solo albums. It does.
But I don't think that's
once you get out of the top,
I don't think that
6,
Biggie,
7 for me.
But here's the
we get away from the album.
I don't think that Biggie is a better rapper than 3 Stacks.
No, he's not. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about overall impact.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Andre is in my 5, and because Biggie's at my 6. It's not like he's like Biggie's
not on the list.
Right. Yeah, it's not like he's at this 15-20 mark. It's like he's on the list, but he's my 6 man. Like he is not. Like he doesn't make. He doesn't crack the 5.
I'd have to put Biggie just hit different for me. And I know that might be funny if you look at me and say that, but or hear something, but yeah, nigga, it just hit different for me. I turn on the Biggie record, I'm gonna feel it a little harder than the Outkast record, depending on the Outkast record, and depending on the environment. But you can turn on the Biggie record almost anywhere. I'll be like, turn it up real quick.
I understand it
Especially if it's like the only hip hop around.
I gave you that same argument. I remember when you argued about that. I hit you up with them. I was high. We was all high, and I told you that Eminem was at certain point in time is going to go down better than Tupac out of default because he's had a longevity run, and he's actually was able to become a better rapper over time than Tupac was able to, because Tupac his life wasn't that long.
Yeah,
that's how I kind of look at it. Like when I put Jay-Z,
I mean,
Eminem,
M got on way. If you talking about age wise and shit, M got on well after Pac would have been dead. Like Pac would have been dead for 3 years by the time he got on. Not in the term when he got on, but I think M was 28 when he got on. Pac was like 19.
Jay-Z, M, Pac, Nas, 3 Stacks, Big. That's not changing. If anything, on a certain day of the week, maybe some of them niggas, them places change, but that five, that 6, it ain't changing.
That's why I stick with the top 3. If for solid, the top 5 revolves. The top 3 really never changes. So it's really just 4 and 5 revolving. 4 and 5 could be revolving between 4 and
My top 3 never changed. Big,
that's what I'm saying.
M, Nas, like that. I mean
JM,
Nas. JM Pop. My bad. JM Pop. That stays the same. That's that forever.
See, I had to change mine up. It was JM Nas for me. JM Tip now. That never changes. It's not too much. I mean, T.I. has made himself look stupid. I don't know how many times of just this year alone. But hey, still a real nigga.
Defend T.I. because I like T.I. I only just like T.I. is one of them. Yeah, T.I. is one of them rappers as a celebrity, all that shit. Where I actually like who you are. Like,
now I'm sure just saying that is toxic to some people, but it's just a fact. If you deal with a nigga and like the nigga, you kind of like him too. And I'm talking to black women when I say that, because I know a lot of black women that have been voicing their hate for Tip and niggas that listen to Tip lately, and I don't appreciate it.
Black women hate T.I. because
we're not gonna slander black women, but we just say it.
Yeah, black women hate T.I. because he fucked. His wife is Tiny, and Tiny looked like a troll. Like that's why. Like I'm gonna keep it a bit. I love Tip. And Tip know, and he know. He know. He just don't say it out loud. He know, but he love her though, and that's cool. That's cool. It's like when you see like the little nigga that got like the real fat wife and shit.
Hey, I've seen the situation a time or two.
And you just know he love that bitch and she love him. It's like, don't hate on that. But
you're not gonna not cheat on the bitch. Like, it just
happens. That's one of the things too. This is why, and this was the thing about T.I. This is the thing about T.I. I'm glad this hip hop podcast this episode. This is the thing about T.I. I love. Did you listen to the Libra?
No, I listened to the first 3 records and the single Pardon and like 2 other records.
Amazing album. I love it. I listened to it almost every day since like came out. Like it's one of the better albums of the year to me.
I did hear the Recession too, though.
God damn it! I still haven't listened to it all the way through.
Bruh.
I'm a big Jeezy. You know what's fucked up? I was one of those niggas that downloaded and was burning them shits for free and selling them shits at school. The original Recession and shit. I made a very good backpack out of it. And
fuck the Recession. TM102. I went crazy on TM102. Nigga.
Yeah, that was 8th grade.
Yeah.
The thing about it, I got caught up about it and shit in school, and when I was selling those bootlegs of the Recession. And I didn't see nothing wrong with it. I felt it was a hustle. You know what I mean? Get it how you live. My principals was like, this is piracy.
Yeah.
I said,
I'm aware.
Yeah. And he said, literally, this was the moment where I was like, I'm hustling. This is the moment. Moment right here. He's like, how would you feel if the artist that you was burning and they stuff came in here and was like, you stealing my work? And I said, like, yo, they was flipping these shits out of their trunks. I'm flipping mine out of my locker. We
What type of logic
eat, right?
is that to present to somebody? This is like, a dumb logic.
Like, it was like,
that's your reasoning to get me to stop. That's
stupid. I was like, we all gotta eat, right? I'm like, them niggas that I'm listening. I'm like, he was selling dope that I'm burning.
I think he'll understand.
Yeah, like he'll understand if I'm trying to fucking slang some.
He
shit
might not
from
like
lines.
it, but I think he'll understand.
I'm like the fucking 20 mixtapes like the 20 burn copies that I'm selling in this bitch ain't nothing in comparison to the million he's gonna sell.
That's the equivalent of
saying. He's not hurting that bad, bro.
That's the equivalent.
He's not hurting that bad.
That's the equivalent to saying to us, well, now how would you like it if every time you guys wanted to play a song, we called the DMCA? And we were like, oh, well, we don't want that to happen. And then they were like, well, nigga, we gonna do it. And then that's why we don't play no music on this podcast.
No. Low key, I started watching
fuck the DMCA
as of recently on YouTube. And there was moments when I'm like, and I only started watching them so I could play the game and kind of listen at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that there were certain points where it was like dead silent. And I look at the fucking my iPad and my laptop. I'm like, what's going on? Is the shit pause? His music's playing. Let the artist be free. Let us create YouTube.
Hey, Alphabet.
God damn
if this happens to cross one of your human eyes, don't copyright strike us. Don't block us. And, maybe ease up on the bullshit with the whole, DMCA thing. You don't want to be Twitch. You've been trying hard not to be Twitch, even though you've done nothing. You still tried hard not to be Twitch, and Twitch is pretty bad right now.
Man, goddamn.
Let's be progressive in this. I heard a lot of y'all work for Google. Let's be progressive with this. Like,
no, everybody works. They
stole the election,
and nobody works for Google. All right, so last thing on the docket,
wait. Before we clear up the whole Jeffrey and 3 Stacks thing, I had a proposed reason as to why he might act like he don't know who 3 Stacks is. Maybe it's just because
he in love with him,
or he mad his dress choices was better. Maybe it's
that's
Fashion
Nova hate.
Stylist beef.
That's Fashion Nova hate.
Sometimes you gotta shoot a nigga over the drip.
Damn, I got 3 Stacks in the duel though. I got 3 Stacks in the duel though.
Oh, for sure.
But who I don't got in the duel, in any type of duel, going up against the great motherfucking Mike Tyson, is Roy Jones Jr. I don't have. He's gonna die in there.
I wouldn't be surprised if they killed each other. Honestly,
there's no knockouts in the ruling. Like they can't knock each other out.
But who are we talking about?
Talking about Mike Tyson.
And who else?
Roy Jones.
So you think niggas not going for a knockout? I mean, maybe not like as aggressively as we would normally see.
You can,
but they ain't gonna be mad if they catch one. Like
I can break your ribs in a fight, and you not gonna be able to fight no more. It's technically a knockout. Like you not on the floor napping, like, but you can't fight no more.
I'm just saying the two people we talking about ain't gonna be mad if one happens to connect to the chin of another one, and one happens to hit the ground afterwards.
Look, Familia,
I'm here for all of it.
Look, Familia, I'm gonna keep it 100. Nobody wants Mike Tyson to punch them in the face, like ever, at all. Like you don't want that. That's not what you want.
No, generally.
But even though it may be less painful to get punched in the body by Mike Tyson, would you still want that? Nigga, no. You see the way he's punching that punching bag?
If I had to pick, yeah.
No, nigga, it don't matter. It's still gonna hurt. You seen the way he been
But
punching
I'm
that
saying
punching
if you
bag, nigga, for the train? Oh my
no,
God.
if you in a situation where you have to
nigga's
pick,
gonna kill somebody.
if you in a situation though where you gotta pick, I mean, wouldn't you pick the body over the face, nigga?
I dare somebody to run up on Mike Tyson when he coming out of the grocery store and shit in the parking lot trying to rob him. I
You
dare
wouldn't
somebody
do
to try
that. Nobody would do that.
I would pay somebody
I
to
don't
take
think
that
anybody
ass
would do that. Only way you doing that is if you don't know who this nigga is genuinely, because you from another country and been under a rock this whole time, and you was feeling a little crazy that day.
It would just solidify my point. It would just solidify my point of if this nigga punch you in like the fucking shoulder and shit, just like right here on some fuck shit, like completely miss your face, would punch you right here in the shoulder. And this nigga don't break your fucking collarbone and shit and make you a fucking cripple and you walk it and you breathing around like motherfucking Christopher Reeves and shit. like this nigga is a Punisher, bro. Like, don't get it fucked up.
Nigga,
just because you can get punched in the face and get knocked out don't mean that you can't get knocked out because you can't fight no more. It's still a knockout, my nigga.
What if you the one guy that does knock out Mike Tyson?
Oh, then you a legend forever.
Is that akin to like the 17-year-old choking out Cat Williams?
No, because that 17-year-old, he in jail now probably. I don't know. Like nobody cares. Nobody cares about who that 17-year-old was.
I'm just saying though, that was the only thing I could think of.
Cat Williams got choked out by a 17-year-old. This 17-year-old, it wasn't like 17-year-old named whoop 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 whoop.
No, I mean, but a 17-year-old. It ain't had to be a nigga. I'm saying that's the only equivalent I can draw to in my mind that would be equal to some other nigga just knocking out Mike Tyson, and you hear about it and you see pictures all over the internet of Mike just fucked up. Like, you'd be like, who was that nigga? Like, because the same way how when Cat Williams got choked out by the 17-year-old, you was like, well, who was this kid? And then you look at him and you go,
we know who Roy Jones is. We've seen Roy Jones fight. Like, Jones
I'm not talking about Roy Jones. I'm talking about in this scenario, Mike Tyson walking out the supermarket, getting into a little scuffle in the parking lot, and Billy Badass catch him on the jaw one time.
Look. The nigga that sleeps like Mike Tyson is a legend forever. Like I'm like you
just by default.
Like you knock that nigga like that, you a legend forever, son. I don't give a fuck who you are, how small you are, how big you are. You a legend. You are.
And it's something we think that can never happen, but it can happen.
You the toughest nigga on the yard now. Like, that's who you are. You earn that shit. And that's good for you.
Because this is heavyweight champion. We ain't talking about Floyd, nigga. Floyd is the king of little nigga boxing. Any nigga over 5'7" can whoop Floyd ass for real if you fast enough. Motherfucking Mike is a different
We just
beast.
haven't seen the nigga. Like, we just have not seen the nigga to get into the ring with Floyd. Like, you know what? This is one I'm rooting against Floyd now because he a coon. And we just have not seen the nigga who had the knockout power and stamina enough just to go 5 rounds and just do nothing but punch.
Yeah.
If you get that nigga that can go up against Floyd Mayweather now, because he's willing to put the belt up all the time now.
I seen him trying to fight Jake Paul a couple days ago. Nigga, I was like,
nigga,
why? Shut up. Why are you even talking to him?
Look, fam. He willing to put the belt up on anybody. If you can find if anybody that it is that can box out 5 rounds against Floyd Mayweather, take a couple counter punches and shit, but just go at this nigga 5 straight rounds,
he ain't winning.
Nah. You gonna get one. You gonna get one where his arm drop and that jaw is clean and foul. And then they're like, you gonna get one. You gonna get one of them shits, bro.
It'd be the equivalent. What is Floyd, a middleweight? Or light heavyweight?
I think he has belts in like 3 weight classes.
Yeah, it's like welter, middle, and lightweight, light heavyweight.
Yeah.
Or lightweight. I think
he might have a featherweight one, don't he?
That's what it is. Feather, middle, and welter, I think.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, because I know he never went to heavyweights. Like, no.
My point is, if you get a nigga his height, his size, that got Mike Tyson in his prime energy, no. 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 He'll chase your ass all around that ring, no matter how much you back it up. This bitch either going the distance or you gonna drop at one point, and you getting knocked out.
Look, nigga, he just ain't been fought by the. Look, Floyd Mayweather from Grand Rapids. He has not ran into the nigga from into any individual from the most slummiest, the slummiest ass motherfucking place in the planet we call Earth, nigga. Yeah, because as soon as he does, that nigga gonna whoop his ass. Like for real. We talking about the nigga that had to shoot his own parents in the back to survive, nigga. In the mountains of Colombia. Like, we talking about that nigga.
He just happened to be a UFC fighter. And that was part-time.
Like, nigga, you had to slaughter animals in the jungle. just with food, clothing, and shelter. After you murdered your parents that you had to eat for survival.
Somebody out there exists, for sure. That's all I know.
And that one gym trainer that believed in you because they saw the fight and the fire in your soul.
They knew it was in your eyes, nigga.
And was like, yo, I can make you the greatest. You just gotta believe in yourself. And then this nigga goes into the ring with Floyd Mayweather and he whoops this nigga ass and even pulls his eye out. With the glove.
By accident. Yeah, that's just like he dug in too hard. It's all bad.
They need to stop sending these prima donnas in there to go fight Floyd. Send that nigga in there with a junkyard pit bull. Send that nigga in there with that. Nigga ain't got nothing else to lose. Nigga, he got $2 in his pocket, nigga. He can't even go home because he paid for the flight to get here, nigga. For this fight. he ain't got no other right but to win this bitch. Like,
over.
We
I gotta win to eat, nigga.
Right, we winning or not going home. We on fucking we on Slumlord Road.
I spill yak on myself. Make up.
You a disrespectful nigga. You done tore motherfucking yak on Piccolo, nigga. You a terrible ass nigga.
I mean, it's just Piccolo.
Like, that's fucked up. And the monkey. And the monkey, though. Like, Jesus.
I don't know where she found this, but I was like, no Goku, huh? Okay, cool.
Before we get out of here, because that's pretty much it.
Well, let me do my quick rundown. What's the topic you about to get into? I want to do a quick rundown. I know you don't want to talk about everything.
I'm just giving a couple quick shout outs, real quick before I'm done. Shout out to Janet Yellen, the first woman Treasury Secretary, and Biden's cabinet. You know what I mean?
You know who she is, right?
Yeah, I mean, no, but shout out to women.
Chick. Did you see the chick? That video years ago was a viral video because she's an ex-teacher.
Oh, the one that would. How would you feel if
that's
she's
her?
The same one.
That's her. That's her. Yeah. So I was like, yeah. She the same. That's the same chick.
Oh, okay. All right. It would just look like an old white lady to me, but it's like, it's all good though.
Yeah. I had to look like, why you look familiar? And I looked it up.
Yeah, gang. You know what I'm saying? Biden cabinet. It was like all types of wokish and shit. And it's National American Heritage Day. You know what I mean? It's the day that Native Americans pretty much say fuck that Thanksgiving shit that y'all did the day before. That we are celebrating our own culture and shit as Native American.
It's fucked up. I got Native American in my blood.
Shout out to all Native American, the Native American culture and shit. My wife Native American. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Fuck these white people that came out here and just destroyed y'all.
Cherokee
The
gang, nigga. Cherokee gang, nigga.
The Caucanese destroyed y'all, not the Caucasian shit. They was brought over here and they was like, oh damn, like why we here? You know what I mean? This is fucked up. You know what I mean? Don't be mad at them. Be mad at the Caucanese though.
They did something like that.
Yeah, like be mad at them. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't know how to be bold.
I think it was on Thanksgiving. I saw "Fuck Christopher Columbus" trending. That was fun.
Yeah, that was trending heavy.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was trending heavy, but I was enjoying myself. You know what I'm saying? Like
I ain't even pick up my phone, but like 3 times that day.
Like I drank and smoked a lot of weed yesterday, so I was kind of cool. So I was like in a great vibe, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to get angry now. You feel me?
I ate.
Like I'm always mad and shit. I'm Tony Juggle on a speakerphone.
I feel it though. Like I ate more than I drank, but I smoked as much as I ate. So that was like a good balance.
Shout out to my father-in-law for giving me some good weed too. Like he hit me up. Yeah, just gave it to me for the free. I don't need an ass. He was like, "Yo, just take some." I'm like, "Hey, shout out to him." You know what I mean? That shit was great. It tastes great.
For sure. Shout out to my plug, just because.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the dispensaries that got great paperwork and low prices.
And not shut down.
Yeah, not shut down and doing great carry out services and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to all the people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the peoples that wear masks because y'all not Republicans.
Shout out to the Republicans that wear masks because they smart.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody that smoke raw papers. Smoke papers, not blunts. Yeah. That's all the shout outs I got this week.
Shout out to black people. That's it. Quick rundown. What happened? Elon Musk is richer than Bill Gates now. The cartel is having a hard time motherfucking hiding money and keeping niggas from stealing the money because pandemic. Oh, and they running out of chemicals to make meth, apparently. It's a whole thing. They're having problems.
Yes, methylene and pseudo is becoming very much hard to find out here in these streets.
Yeah, you got to get your shit from China. If you can't ship shit because it's a pandemic, you know. And if you got to hide money in a room,
this is when it pays to be the smartest, like to kidnap the smartest nigga that you knew in science class and be like, yeah, you gonna cook up some shit so we can make some shit so we can cook up.
I don't know if that works for meth. If you want a quality product.
You can make methylamine, you can make pseudo. It's just like, how do you make pseudo?
But you gotta have the chemicals that mostly are made in China. So you still gotta get that distribution together again.
No, you can still find the scraps of what it makes to make it. You just gotta kidnap the nigga that knows how to make the shit so you can so you can steal the shit to make the shit so he can do it.
What are the odds when nigga your ass went to school with in Mexico in the science class grew up to be a semi-version of Walter White? That's just not realistic.
If I grew up as the son of a cartel boss, and which probably means I probably went to a nice school. I knew some smart people. I probably was a bad kid. The smart nigga in that bitch, as I am the age that I am now, 27, should be able to know how to cook up some shit if he went off and did scientific shit later. And if he did go on to become
with no contact between high school or middle school and trying to find them.
Who the fuck you think runs the Mexican government?
Yeah, but at the same time,
that's a phone call away, nigga. It's like, yo, what this nigga been doing?
How you gonna find out? How you gonna find out the nigga really know it? He might know how to make chemical compositions. He might know how to do all the scientific shit that you would think a nigga should know to make that mix, but he might not know how to make that mix. What if you don't know how to make the mix?
Or if you got a degree in like a fucking PhD in chemistry, oh yeah, you definitely the nigga I'm kidnapping and making sure you cook up some shit for me.
Yeah, you should know it at that point. You should know.
At least the traditional compounds and mixtures and what it take to make it cook right.
Like the OG.
By
shit.
the way, have you been aware that there is a such thing as niggas cooking bricks in fucking air fryers now?
Like bricks.
Yeah.
Like bricks.
Like niggas cooking up they shit in air fryers.
Like all white bricks. White 10 bricks. About to hit a lick
Bricks.
for 50
Yeah.
more bricks. Like them bricks. Okay. You either gonna OD or be mad. One of the two. You either gonna OD or be mad as fuck, nigga.
Shout out to it. I'm with it. Only reason when I heard that shit, I was like, yo. I was like, yo, this changes up the whole game. When I heard that shit,
boy,
like,
does it.
Oh yeah, nigga. I'm gonna have air fryers. If I was in the game, they got air fryers all through the crib.
Oh, that stench. Can you imagine what that smells like? Oh my God.
Oh, that was just all through
It smelled
crib,
bad
nigga.
enough on the stove, nigga. Are you serious? How does that even possible? No. Not for nothing. Not for nothing. We all know the secret ingredients. How you doing it? You just keeping it warm? What you doing, my nigga? You baking it after the regular cook up? You just like trying to melt and mesh it all together?
Not
You
Coke
using
hair
cheesecloth to strain this, my nigga. How is this working?
Not Coke hair
Hey, if anybody gonna do it when nobody else has a way, the street niggas gonna do it when nobody has a way.
Look, my nigga, if you gonna chop your shit and bust it down, I mean,
hey.
Look, I'm not knocking nobody.
And George Foreman just dropped in the air fryer. You know it's about to be lit in the trap.
Oh,
you know it's about to be lit in the trap.
Nigga.
Full factory optimization, my nigga.
Niggas cooking apple bricks and air fryers. Like, what the fuck? But it made me think, I was like, damn, son. Like, if you could just
I've been
have
out
a
the game
shit,
a
like,
long time.
You have like 12 or 14 of these shits, nigga. You could have a whole enterprise in one crib. You have a whole enterprise in one crib.
See, like, I'm just trying to figure out in my head, like, how does that? How and why?
I want to know if it actually like cuts down on the potency. That's what I want to know.
Like I said, you either gonna OD or die, nigga. Or like, OD or nigga be mad. My bad.
In my head, you know how like if you eat your food coming out of a microwave, it like cooks out the nutrients and shit, and it actually makes it like more unhealthy for you than it was.
Yeah,
that is what it's like in my head. It's like I feel like anyway, air fryers are gonna be what is gonna be the next thing that's gonna be giving us cancer in 15 years. Yeah, I don't think you should be putting people's hair inside a motherfucking air fryer. I'm just saying,
probably gonna kill him anyway.
There needs to be an FDA adult.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, if America was responsible, it would exist. Senators.
We need to get, you know what? This is what we need. We need to get Jeezy in there into Biden's, sit down with Biden and be like, yo, he needs to run the FDA adult.
They ain't letting that nigga back in the White House. They let him in there one time. That was it. Kamala don't like hip hop enough. It ain't happening.
So who can we send in there to infiltrate?
For street niggas?
Yeah. It can't be T.I. no more. He disconnected.
Hove.
He above all of us. He got it.
Right. So you think the head of niggas ain't gonna go talk to the head of the whites? Yeah.
No. If Hove go in there, he going in there to announce his candidacy for the next election. He ain't going in there for no bullshit. Like
street niggas will never do nothing like that. We got to patrol Well, I mean, at this point, he's not patrolling the streets, but he got to keep his ear to the real niggas.
What if Kanye and gets like nominated by the Republicans, like for real, like on some Trump shit, and the only person that they could send in to beat him would be Jay-Z. So he has to go in and infiltrate. Like he's the only he would be Batman. And that would automatically make Kanye Joker. That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Kanye is Robin. Don't disrespect the Joker like that. Well, at this
point,
he's
Robin. Like Robin is not no coon. Robin ain't no coon, bro.
At this point, he's Nightwing. I'm sorry, right? He's not Robin. He's Nightwing.
Robin ain't no coon. I mean, Nightwing ain't no coon either, bro.
Ain't no coons in the back cave. We gonna get in this analogy.
Ain't no coons in the back cave, bro.
He's the closest thing we gonna get in this analogy. So,
ain't no coons in the back cave, bro.
If anything, he's Nightwing. And in being Nightwing, Nightwing did have opposing views to Batman, but they fought for pretty much the same thing for the most part.
Sean Carter
created. They did it in different ways.
Sean Carter created Jesus. And once that symbiote called Jesus,
Batman created Nightwing.
And Batman also created the Joker too.
The Joker would have been there without Batman. Actually, the Joker created Batman, technically.
No.
Yeah.
No.
If you follow
in every
comic
story
book
that
lore,
there's always a Batman, and then he ends up either destroying, like knocking that nigga into the vat of acid and he becomes the Joker, or he ends up like being there, some shit goes wrong, and then
that happens after
the Red Hood becomes the Joker after
that happens after the Joker kills his parents. What are you talking about? The Joker kills Batman's parents to turn him into. That's what I was gonna say in the regular lore, I guess. But
no, that's just in the fucking movie.
No, it's in a few comic books.
Some, but some is Joker. Like the original one, it wasn't Joker.
Well, yeah, there is no concrete way it happened.
Joe killed his family.
There is no concrete way it happened. But if we're using this analogy for fucking Jay-Z and Kanye,
if I'm gonna go by if I'm gonna go by OG lore on the Batman shit, like Joker didn't create Batman. Batman created Joker. Even to the movie standpoint, Batman created Joker because Joker didn't have a reason to be the criminal villain that he was, and to have the scheme that he was able to come up with if it wasn't for Batman being there and the mob having a problem with Batman.
But you could argue the same thing for the Joker.
Look, man, we all, you know what I'm saying, us that are just mildly buzzed are just gonna all agree that Batman created the Joker.
No.
Jay-Z created Kanye.
Yeah.
And he must defeat such a thing.
Well, that's what we were circling back around to, but at the end of the day, if the Republicans,
do you ever matter of fact, I don't mean to cut you off. Do you ever think we ever might see the Solange snap on one of the Kardashians in the elevator or a small space?
I don't believe the Knowles-Carter family associates with any West-Kardashian family member anymore. So if they even found themselves on an elevator, I don't think anybody would speak to each other at this point, especially not Jay-Z and Kanye. I don't think they're speaking to each other.
but you know, Solange, she Houston for real though and shit. Her sister just pretty and shit and got more talent.
She'd have to have a reason to say something to him.
Solange,
like if Kylie got to talking too much about shit she don't know nothing about.
Solange was saying shit to Jay-Z before she started beating his ass.
That's because they talked about that. That was happening on the ride up there, nigga. That shit just boiled over in the elevator. That was throughout the night a problem. Solange just had it in the elevator.
We don't talk about that enough as hip hop.
No, we've talked about it as much as Hov wanted us to talk about it, and then we shut the fuck up as we should have.
No, we gotta talk about that some more. Like we have to acknowledge that. Like, wait. I know I love Hov, but it's like, yo,
what happened?
I understand why. Like, it's like I understand why you didn't slap back. Like I understand completely. You had to take them licks, but.
And we seen, and not for nothing, we seen Hov mush a bitch in the face before. It's not like he wouldn't do it, but it's Solange. Nigga, you can't just mush Solange in the face, especially not with B next to you, because then you getting your ass whooped by B, and now your marriage over. You can't do that. Nigga.
Oh yeah, B would have pulled the 380 out of purse, nigga, and would have shot that nigga in the stomach.
Immediately.
Like, it would have been off the rip.
Immediately.
But it's like, whoo. Yeah, you gotta take them licks, man. You gotta take them licks. You gotta take them licks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I felt like I was in there with him. It was just kind of like, dang.
No. That was a feeling he probably felt in the pit of his stomach that I haven't felt since the last time I was hit in the face by a black woman. It's not a fun feeling.
It's not a fun feeling at all, but it's one of those, like, it's like that Will and Jada moment. You just don't want that to end because it would kind of destroy a lot of your thought on what marriage
Which moment we talking about? That red table talk was sad.
Pre that.
Okay, we got to be specific about that.
Yeah, pre that. I was about to say 2020 Will and Jada, nigga, that shit done. That shit cooked. Give it another 2 years.
Not for nothing. I haven't watched the Fresh Prince reunion or anything. I feel like Will is infinitely having more fun outside of the house. Like, I feel like that's kind of why he got that whole team of camera niggas to be like, hey, look, I'm gonna go do some shit, Jada. I'll be back. And then I'm skydiving, I'm fucking
you know how I say
anything to not be in the house anymore.
People hate me that when
bitch, I might kill you.
When I'm not on the show, like I'm not well liked. I'm gonna be Will Smith stunting on y'all asses when like my kid is grown. I'm just gonna let y'all know. Like I'm gonna be doing all types of dumb shit. We going spelunking. We going to the 9, nigga. I'm going crazy. Yes, I'm going spelunking, nigga.
If we got some spelunking money, we'll think about it.
No, nigga, we doing that shit.
I'll skydive before I
I'm going dumb. I'm going dumb. I'm fighting with the laws of gravity. I'm going crazy.
That's how you.
I'm telling you. You ain't gonna stop me. Fuck the bullshit. You ain't gonna stop me. Oh shit. I'm going
act like
nuts.
Obama when he got out of office talking about some, bitch, I'm free. Hey, I'm free.
Every day a cookout, my nigga. You don't even know.
Catch this nigga on a jet ski talking about
everything a cookout and cocaine, nigga. I'm good. I'm good. Leave me alone. Look, leave me alone, my nigga. I'm good.
You know, it's not that bad when you share it with the sharks. Like, nigga, what are you talking about?
Like, nigga, that's all Will Smith doing. That's all Will Smith doing. He's like, nigga, I'm doing all types of dumb shit. If I die,
not trying to catch a murder. He's not trying to OJ himself.
Yeah, he just living his life. You know what I mean?
Will's still mad about that. That's why he had to forgive Black Aunt Viv or dark skinned Aunt Viv.
Dark skinned Aunt Viv look like she's a very like lovable person.
She always was, but they was beefed out for nothing. And then he had to, you know, he was at a point obviously where he's resolving things with the women in his life. He ain't over that shit, I'd imagine. I mean, so you know why not dark skinned Aunt Viv?
I look at my mother-in-laws like black skin, dark skin, and light skin Aunt Viv, and I actually like dark skin Aunt Viv a lot better. They kind of like almost the same, but they're indifferent. Like I like dark skin Aunt Viv better. I like my dark skin mother-in-law better. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry, world. I'm sorry.
It be like
black skin Aunt Viv is better.
Now, see, man, I feel like light skin Aunt Viv was more inviting.
Black skin Aunt Viv was there, bro.
Huh?
I felt like I learned some shit when Black Skin Aunt Viv was on Fresh Prince. Light Skin Aunt Viv really wasn't giving me shit. Like she
That's
was
why I
just
said
there.
she was more inviting.
Yeah.
She was just like a warm, you need a good hug, you know she gonna hug the shit out you. But she might not give you a lesson. Dark skin gonna hug the shit out you and be like, don't do that shit no fucking more, nigga. Like, cause if not, I'm whoop your motherfucking ass. Nigga.
Like dark skin Aunt Viv, when she hit that nigga Will up on that shit about like nigga, did you really know about Malcolm X? Like, did you really know? And she hit that nigga up with that knowledge and shit. I was in my den watching that shit, like that episode, and my mom was watching me like look at it. A week later, she gave me the autobiography of Malcolm X. A week later, and I read that shit as a kid. That shit blew my mind because I was into that episode. Like, do I I knew about Black History, but I'm like, do I really know? Like, but I really didn't care. It was like I went off and played and shit. My mom got me the book, made me read it.
I think that was probably the first Black history book I read. I guess it's probably that shit. I think I read that shit like middle school or something.
Yeah, I think I was in 6th grade. Yeah, I was 6th grade.
I was like 7th
when I read it.
I think. Maybe.
And that shit like changed my whole shit. But it was like in my head, dark skin Aunt Viv kind of went like ran parallel with my mom's like her whole mental thinking.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying, and the way she handled me. So it was like, all right, cool. I like dark skin Aunt Viv. Light skin Aunt Viv didn't Will when he needed it. In my head.
You know what the real question is in all of this, and has always been in all of this Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I think we should top it off here. This Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, dark skin Aunt Viv versus light skin Aunt Viv. We all know what the real question and thing Uncle Phil, for sure, rest in peace, had to figure out. Which one got the better pussy?
Uncle Phil was gay, wasn't he?
I thought I just said some crazy shit. No, he wasn't. Avery Jones was. We talking about in the show. I don't know in real life if he was or wasn't. We talking about it in the show, bro. We talking about it in the show. Oh my God. That's why I said Uncle Phil and not Avery, nigga.
Oh, I was like, what? Like, I'm like, in real life, like,
maybe. I don't even know if that's true. Maybe. I see why you might say that.
I'm pretty sure that was true. I'm pretty sure that is true.
I could see why it might be, but
I don't judge him.
Know.
I'm like, he's still Uncle Phil, nigga. Like, you got the gems from Uncle Phil. Like, too. Like, it don't matter. Like it really fucking don't matter.
It's just hilarious. You went straight to that.
No, because when you said it, I'm like,
I said Uncle
Phil didn't hit neither one of them bitches for real.
But in the show, he had to have been technically.
All right.
If this is a universe we're throwing ourselves into, they fuck theoretically, metaphorically.
Here's the thing. I think he would have enjoyed light skin Aunt Viv more. Wait. Let me cook. Because Will was older. So Will wasn't into the same fuck shit that he was doing when he was younger and shit during the Black Aunt Viv years. So there was less stress. So it's like now you can actually enjoy smashing your wife a little bit more than you could have before. This coming from a parental perspective. Now, because if you think about it, early Will, that nigga Uncle Phil was stressed. And so was Aunt Viv. Mad stress. But they were dropping gems. The show was like dishing out them joints for Black excellence all day long. But you could tell, but them as a couple, you could tell they probably was like, yo, I'm gonna go to sleep after I get into the bed at fucking 10:30, nigga.
Dark
Like,
Skin and
it
Viv
was one
and
of them.
Uncle Phil definitely scheduled sex. They scheduled it for sure.
It was one of those whenever I meet you in the shower joints.
I wouldn't even say that far. It's like, nigga, Wednesday at 10, you either here or you're not. I think it's more so like that. Whereas light skin Viv might be like, is the kids home? Come hit me off in the kitchen quick.
Exactly. Whenever the motherfucker, I meet you in the motherfucking shower. One of them. So
I don't know.
You know what I mean? But shout out to James Avery.
I'd have to go with light skin Viv if I was Uncle Phil. But
dark skin Viv for me, man. Dark skin Viv.
Like I said, I just feel like light skin.
What your mind like? What your mind like?
Fuck that.
What your mind like?
I've been a judge for 40-something years. These kids is grown. Can I fuck in the kitchen or no? Tell Jeffrey he got the day off. We trying to walk around this bitch naked.
Yo, mind like
I said, tell Jeffrey he got the day off. We trying to walk around this bitch naked. I'd have hit light skin Viv on the couch, on the counter, on the stairs, on the piano, in the pool, in wheel crib.
Well, the lighter for you till it gets to white and transparent, that's great. That's just you.
You said what?
I said the lighter for you until it gets to fucking white and transparent, that's great for you. That's your
true.
MO.
That's not true.
That is true.
I love dark skinned women too.
You know, you just shitted this entire time on dark skin Viv.
That was you, sir. That was not me.
No, I shitted on light skin Viv.
No, you shit on both, actually. You just shit on black women.
No, where the fuck did you get this shit from?
Because you did. You shit on both of them.
No, I shit on light skin Viv. Like, I didn't shit on dark skin Viv at all.
Nah, nigga, you shit on both of them.
What if you drunk? How was that? Gave all the credit
you sat there, you said dark skin Viv was super serious, so she probably wasn't fucking like that. And light skin Viv ain't give you no gems like dark skin Viv, but she was freaky. That's kind of shitting on both of them.
I never said she was freaky. I would say she was probably open to fucking more because they went.
Yeah, that's
you said she was freaky.
I
said dark skin Viv and them was fucking sleeping and shit because they had to deal with Will stupid ass and so did Carlton. And young Ashley, nigga.
Nah, I still would have been breaking dark skin Viv off. But I feel like that was a thing.
Whenever I meet you in the shower,
we gotta schedule this.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not dissing motherfucking dark skin Viv. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm trying to clarify for the people.
You trying to be an embarrassment to yourself. What's your socials? Let's get the fuck out of here.
Busy motherfucking 93 on everything. If you don't know, you won't know this. BZZY93. Everything. Just look it up. Google it. Find it. Put in hashtag T into him after it. Something will pop up.
Yeah. And hit me on Instagram and Twitter at TN2M_Ortega. And yeah, it's been another week in the Non-Millennial Millennials podcast, episode 133, House of Spades Media and shit. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I want to smoke some more weed. And yeah. Hope everyone's great. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the Pistons for trying to actually make a move this year.
You're stupid and delusional. Shout out to everyone that had a very non-American Thanksgiving and shit. Shout out to National Native American Heritage Day. Fuck Black Friday and shit. Shout out to you people that had to work that bitch again, making through that struggle, selling TVs and like boats and stupid shit that people ain't going to use until motherfucking July anyway. And you out here in the struggle.
You know what? Not for nothing. Shout out to the whites that ain't hip yet, because you either get hip one day or you won't.
That's something a Republican would say. But shout out to all the Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? Not the Caucanese. Like the Caucasians, though, shout out to the allies. All y'all, you know what I'm saying? That's out there and shit. Y'all need shirts. or something to identify yourselves, because otherwise, when the war starts, we just gonna start beating motherfucking white people. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you need shirts, some way to identify yourself. Put that in your Facebook, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. You know, your bios. Like, we want to keep y'all there. You know, we want y'all to be known. Stand with us. You know what I mean? And yeah,
r/t into him on the Reddit.
Yeah, that too. Dream artwork, AOS. You know what I mean?
Or H, Crimson Alchemist. Fly.
Yeah, send George some love. IQ the Joker, relevance. You know what I mean?
Detroit Shanzi. El Ray
Oh yeah,
Beats.
his shit is dropped. Yeah.
All of them niggas, you did?
Gang. Who else dropped? That it?
As far as I can think of, I'm drunk.
All right, episode 133. House of Space Media TN2M. We out this bitch.
Peace.
I mean.